Shalom family, it's your man Elijah. Welcome to Sectarian Wisdom again, and as usual, I am a wise, wealthy, rich, celestial being that is loved by the Most High Creator. Let's get it, family. Alright, family, we're going to jump right back into it again. The book we're reading again, I had it upside down. Terra-Infinita, Extraterrestrial Worlds and Their Civilizations. And today we're jumping into, as you already see on the screen, Anunnaki Lands, Chapter 4. I might do 2 today because this is kind of short, and I don't want to feel like I'm cutting y'all short on the knowledge. But yeah. So let's go ahead and jump into it, family. This is like I said, Chapter 4. And Anunnaki. Let me move this out the way because as usual, I want you to be able to see my beautiful face while I'm reading. Anyway, okay, let's go, family. The famous Anunnaki. Oh, hold on. I think Yeah, okay. The famous Anunnaki, another of the colonizing and parasitic races that is sickening the other worlds. Oh, hold on, let me read that again. I don't know about, maybe not all. Let me not jump into my belief system. Not necessarily. Let me just jump in, family. Let's see what it has to say. Be unbiased. I'm not biased. And then I know I don't know everything. So let me just take everything. Let me read. The famous Anunnaki, another of the colonizing and parasitic races that is sickening the other worlds, manipulating and controlling the children of the children for years and years. Another of our enemies, a hostile and power-hungry race. They are the creators of the pyramids and build these structures in all the worlds they visit. They are, in our opinion, the strongest race within this great dome, even above the custodians. The technology they use to attack other worlds is incredibly advanced. The weapons of destruction and the facility they have to enter through the domes is also something notorious, and that characterizes them and frightens any race. I want to read that again. Hold on. The weapons of destruction and the facility they have to enter through the domes is also something notorious, and that characterizes them and frightens any race. The utilization of portals for transportation led this race to be one step ahead of the others. In fact, it is known the story that they have defeated the custodians when between them there was a great conflict during the opportunity that we had known. Hold on, let me go back. I had to go back a little bit and read a little bit, family. In fact, it is known the story that they have defeated the custodians when between them there was a great conflict during the opportunity that we had in the known lands to be able to free ourselves. And they were also the ones who caused us to be defeated in the last known pact between the custodians and the Anunnaki. This race is confused in several of the stories that are told in the known lands, in a casual and often deliberate way. But we find in several stories in books of the known lands the Anunnaki as reptiloid or reptilian beings, but the reality is that they are beings of very tall stature, can reach 5 meters. They live in an arid zone with little vegetation, and although the waters of Horus seem to be paradisical beaches from far away, the reality is that they are deep waters, and in them live snake-like animals that can measure up to 55 meters long, and that do not like the visit of other beings from outside. Their skin color is yellow-greenish, although their leaders can have a totally different tonality, but all of them have very dry, scaly skin, and their eyes are distinguished by being yellow, red, or black, and they have particular irises that other beings also share, that is characterized by a cleft, depression, or gap, and can be both uni and bilateral, generally dark in color. During the many civilizations in the known lands, both the Anunnaki and the custodians, usually the former, have been depicted in many forms with humanoid bodies and with different heads of animal types, reptiles, birds, and a myriad of them, thus confusing the true history of the human being and conditioning the human mind throughout his life by these parasitic beings. They are beings that lack all empathy and are based solely on the oppression of other beings and the conquest, the thirst for power and control. In this they are very similar to the custodians, and that is why they have preferred to share that position, that to kill each other, although tension is always expected between these two races, which could be convenient for all the other worlds that are under their power. All right, family, I will say, as I always say, well, I'm not going to say I always say, but I've said it before in older videos you guys never seen from my other channel. But I truly believe in this. Once again, family, we come into this life alone and we leave it alone. Don't take nothing I say for word. Don't follow me to hell. You can lead yourself to hell. And that depends on what your belief of hell is. I have a different belief of hell than what the church taught me growing up. But at the end of the day, family, read line upon line, precept upon precept, here a little and there a little. With all thy getting, get understanding for you. And even though I read these things, family, these books, I believe in this with all my heart. Just like I believe in the Bible and every other book I read with all my heart. But I'm not ignorant and I'm not stupid. I still go behind what I read and I still study. I still meditate on it. Just because I believe in it doesn't mean that everything that I read, I believe to be the truth. But I believe that there is a lot of truth in this book. Just I believe that there's a lot of truth in the Bible and all the other books that I read. But you have to go through study to make yourself approve and decipher, family. And one thing I noticed too is as far as when I look at the creator or when I look at what is true, one, when it comes to truth, I look at what's the most common theme in most of these books I read. What is it that I read that other books can also are similar? And like if I read one book and it says, okay, this race is a horrible evil being. And then I go to, okay, no. If I go to one book and it says that the race of Anunnaki are vegetarians, and then I go read 7 other books, and out of these other 7 books, 5 out of those 7 say the Anunnaki are vegetarians. So there's probably a big chance that they are vegetarians. But one thing I also want to say, why I say don't just believe everything that says. There's some truth in here. But I would say, family, do your own research on the Anunnaki, because I forget the name of the 2 brothers. I'm really diving more into the Anunnaki myself lately as well. But I remember in the beginning they talk about there being 2 Anunnaki brothers who came to our lands. One was, I forget what their name was. It was Enlil and Enki, but I forget who was the bad brother and who was a good brother. Or maybe neither necessarily bad or good, but nonetheless it says they came to the earth plane and one of them enslaved humans. Like they like to say that Adam and Eve were actually, like when you read the Bible, they're saying that the Bible is actually a story of Anunnaki, of Adam and Eve, and they were living in a Adam and Eve were basically a science project from it was either Enlil or Enki. I don't remember. One of them was a scientist. Well, they're both scientists, but one of them basically took Adam and Eve and imprisoned them in the garden, and told them that he was the creator, told him that he was the creator. And well, he told them, Adam and Eve, that he was the creator and that he was the one true God, not the most high, okay, I'm getting myself turned around my words. So like I said, I forget, I have to go back and read. I forget if it was Enlil or Enki, but one of them in prison, they came to earth. Well, they both came to earth, but one of them took 2 human beings, which are Adam and Eve, put them in, let's say, what is it called? Almost like when you go to Africa or something, they have the parks for the animals, right? So apparently one of them created like a national park for humans, and for these 2 humans, Adam and Eve, that he put in there. And basically, when you read the Bible about God coming to Adam and Eve in the garden, they're saying that that was actually, like I said, I forget if that was Enki or Enlil. It was one of them who was actually, who we call the character God in the Bible, was actually one of them coming to them and talking to them. And then one of the other brothers, I forget. I'll talk about it another time, family, once I get the names down. But I just want to give you guys a quick summary. So basically, the other brother who wasn't imprisoning Adam and Eve and putting them in a, I guess, like a scientific testing situation where he wanted to see how humans react to each other. He one day went to Adam and Eve and basically told them, look, my brother is evil. He's lying to you. He's telling you that he's God, but he's really not. We're really just from another place, and we're using our technology to enslave your people. So in other words, the brother who was freeing Adam and Eve and telling them the truth is representation of the snake in the Bible. So that's another thing, family. Look, I believe in the Bible with all my heart. But like I said, I still study it. And through me studying it, it led me to other books and to other knowledge and wisdom, to where I don't just follow Christianity blindly. First off, like I've told you guys before, I'm not a Christian. I grew up Christian, but I'm not. And like I told people, it's funny. If you actually read the Bible and study it, you should end up not being a Christian. Like if you actually read the Bible and understand it, you realize there's no Christians in it. You shouldn't be a Christian. You shouldn't follow religion. It's not saying you shouldn't follow the word or follow God or believe in the Messiah, because I truly believe in the Messiah. I just don't believe in religion. You know, and I don't follow religion blindly. I don't even follow the Bible blindly. But I believe in it with all my heart. But I'm, like I said, I'm able to study it and the best I can decipher the truth from what's not the truth. And some truths you wouldn't even understand, because it's like people say, it's a personal relationship between you and the Creator. You have to build that relation. And it's almost like Peter Pan. If you don't believe, if you want to stay in the box that there is no Creator, then you're not going to hear it. And the funny thing is too, you know what? Anyway, family, I don't want to turn this into another different type of video. Look, I did the reading. You know, if you want to go back and listen some more, do your own research on the Anunnaki. I'm going to do some more research in the future. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about it some more. But until next time, fam, because, you know, I don't want to take it too far away from what I read. Oh, and also when it was taught, hold on, what was it saying? Have been depicted. So, look, I'm not just saying the Anunnaki are necessarily bad. That was my whole point. Maybe some of them might be bad, just like not all so-called humans are good. You know what I'm saying? Some of us are decent people and some of us do some horrible things. So, once again, you can't always sit here and just... Remember, history is written by the victor. We don't know the enemy's plans. We don't know who's telling us the truth, who isn't telling the truth. We don't necessarily know who's bad and who isn't bad, you know, or who's good or who isn't good. That's why I say study, family. You know, fast, pray, repent, all that good stuff. And ask the Creator, you know, go within yourself, find the truth. Also read too, study. Oh, it was mentioning about the head. So, in matter of fact, it's funny. Once again, I know I like to do Stargate comparisons, but if you've watched Stargate, it says in Stargate that the Goa'uld, you know, who are usually the protagonists, the enemies on Stargate, what do they travel around in? Their spaceships look like what? Pyramids. And then they do what? They build pyramids everywhere. It says they're the ones who build the Stargate system. And then on top of that, remember, they walk around with helmets that look like animal heads, like eagles and wolves and dogs and snakes and things of that nature. Does that not sound a lot like Stargate, family? I'm just saying, family. Once again, Star Trek, Star Wars, Stargate, and a lot of other sci-fi shows. But those three have a lot of info in them. Oh, and also HBO. They came out with a show called something Wolves. I forget what it's called. Something Wolves. Go check it out. Some of you already watched it. You know what I'm talking about. Oh, There Were Wolves or something. Anyway, it's a sci-fi show on HBO. It's on HBO Max, and it's called Something Wolves. And basically, it's about the future of humanity, having to leave the Earth because they destroyed it through war and whatever stuff we've done to destroy the Earth, and then they basically leave to go to another planet and colonize it. So that's another good show with a lot of secrets and stuff in it. And matter of fact, it's funny that they canceled it. They shouldn't have canceled it because there's actually there's a lot of deep stuff in it, man. And honestly, that's why I kind of think they canceled it. Family, when I say in this show, matter of fact, let me look it up real quick. There's a lot of deep stuff in there, a lot of analogies, a lot of history, a lot of stuff, and it's just like, and then all of a sudden they canceled it. Man, that was crazy. Hold on, HBO Max Oh, Raised by Wolves, family. That's a good HBO show. Check it out. Very good. Got a, like I said, got a lot of knowledge in it. If you've sought the knowledge and you've done some reading and study yourself, a lot of stuff will jump out from you in that show. Anyway, family, as usual, I'm your man Elijah. This was Sectarian Wisdom. I am a wise, wealthy, rich, celestial being that is loved by the Most High Creator. We got it, family. I'll catch you later, alright? Be blessed, everybody.